Well, hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we're doing your May 2024 General Tarot reading. So, let's get into it and let's see what is on the horizon for you. Great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. Oh my goodness, and butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely the energy that a difficult cycle is over in your life, right? That you have completed the transformation. You've gone from the caterpillar to the cocoon stage, and now you are truly ready to fly, right? Both of these are energies of your chariot energy of just moving forward, things happening for you quickly, and just kind of like this sense of moving forward in your life, whether that's in your career, your relationships, or just life in general. Just kind of like having a complete, they're saying spring, right? And here in the northern hemisphere, it's springtime. So it's kind of like this bursting out of the cocoon, ready to go after whatever it is that your heart truly desires. And, I feel like you have come through some difficult energies where you perhaps did have to stay in that cocoon for a while. That hermit energy of just kind of like allowing yourself to pull your time and energy away from other people or situations, your career, whatever it is. It's just kind of like, okay, I have to sit with myself. I have to allow myself to kind of like figure out, where it is that I want to go next. And this is the energy of being able to come out of that stage, knowing that you're healed, knowing that you're ready for new things. We can't have this energy of take a risk and venture forward, right? We can't have that unless we have confidence in ourselves. And sometimes what we have to do is allow ourselves to really be by ourselves, to replenish our own soul, to replenish our mind, body, and soul, right? And to realign to what our heart truly desires. So I feel you are definitely coming out of that phase. Oh my goodness. Oh, Cancer, this is just beautiful. So on the underneath, you have the loving man, which is kind of like the King of Cups, and then you have Door to Value and the King of Swords. So, this could be all kinds of areas of your life, right? That you're seeing clearly. You're making decisions. You know where you want to go. The King of Swords is very analytical. He has clear insight of the direction he wants to go in. And I feel like this is a beautiful energy of not just wanting career, right? But also wanting relationships. So you could have come out of a cycle where you were really concentrating on just your career or just relationships. And now what you're understanding is that you really want both of these in your life. And look at, you have adjacent possibilities, door to personal healing and happiness, right? New doors opening up for you. New doors of new job opportunities or new career advancements, new relationships, just a newness, this energy of, I'm done with the old. That literally you are done with the old and ready to emerge and have this new chapter in your life. Okay, so let's go to the tarot. Let's take a look at your present energy. Yeah, I think that you have been some anxious lately. Okay, so this is a little bit more of your past energy. It's a general reading, so some of you may still be in this energy of being kind of anxious about what it is that you want to commit to, right? So in the past, you may have felt like you overcommitted yourself to certain people or situations in your life, and then you found yourself drained. You felt like you needed to pull your time and energy from certain people or situations because they were too draining of your own time, energy, or resources. So you've kind of like gone through that phase, but sometimes then when we're coming back out of that hermit phase, and I've seen that for a lot of the zodiacs signs this week, when we're coming out of that hermit stage, sometimes we don't know exactly what it is that we want to go after, right? We've allowed ourselves to move away from some people or situations because we realize that they're draining, right? But then we have to go through that healing process where we kind of realign to ourselves, right? We do that deeper dive into what our heart truly desires. But then as we're coming out of that healing stage, a lot of times we still don't have the clarity of where we want to go. We know what we don't want from the past, right? But we don't know exactly where we want to go. And I feel like for some of you, you've been kind of anxious about where do I put my time, my energy, my resources, because of past experiences, because you have felt in the past that you overcommitted yourself. You gave too much of yourself away and you don't want to fall prey to that. So it's kind of like, I feel like this is, instead of maybe being anxious, it has the word anxiety, I think you're being cautious, perhaps even overly cautious, because you don't want to overcommit yourself to, you could be feeling these new opportunities and people coming onto your path and asking yourself, being more discerning about where am I going to put my time and energy? Because Cancer, you could get really excited about new things coming onto your path, but part of what you have gone through is helping you to have this better discernment about where it is that you do want to put your time and energy. And so we have the Page of Swords. Now, if you think about it, the King of Swords is the master of discernment. The Page of Swords is just learning how to speak up for themselves. They're not necessarily confident in what it is that they are deciding to commit to, right? And because we have the page here, you may feel a little bit like a newbie in this situation. There's new people, new situations coming onto your path, but you're a little shy about speaking up about, yes, that will work for me, or no, thank you. Right? And I'll have to say, I'm a Gemini sun, and one of the things that I have trouble with, and I have had to learn a little bit the hard way, is what to say no to. It's so easy sometimes for us to say yes because we want to please the other person, or we're excited about somebody wanting us, or our talents, or our love, or just to spend time with us, right? So this is the energy of learning how to be discerning, but I feel like that you're kind of perhaps in a new stage, okay? And it's about being okay with the fact that you may not want to take big leaps of faith, right? It's like take a risk, venture forward, but it's not about taking giant steps. It's about allowing yourself to test the waters a little bit until you become more confident in what it is that you truly want. So here's a situation, okay? I love to take art classes of all different kinds, pottery, watercolor, painting, whatever it is. I love to take classes. But I never sign up for a class that's like more than 6 weeks long, because I have learned that a lot of it has to do with the other people in the class. It has a lot to do with the time of day for me, right? It has a lot to do with the teacher and the way that the teacher interacts with the students. Once I've had a class with a teacher and I have found success in that type of class, then I'll sign up for longer sessions, right? More than 6 weeks, I'll sign up for longer sessions with that teacher. But I've learned that it's nice to just kind of like have a taste of something. Otherwise, I get into the middle of the classes and I'm frustrated, right? And sometimes I'll even quit, because it's just kind of like it's not working for me. So one of the things that you can do is thinking about a page, and in this new chapter of your life is just seeing, before committing to a job, can you do one project for that employer, right? Or before you become fast friends with somebody new, it's kind of like, yeah, let's go out a couple of times and let me just test the waters. It's okay to say to yourself, I want to go slower. Yeah, this really came out, I can't remember, I think it was the Aries, actually. So if you have some Aries energy, they had something similar about going slow and not feeling like you have to jump into the deep end with both feet, right? It's okay to walk in through the shallow end, because when we're in a new chapter, there is that sense of wanting to gain more mastery, more confidence in this new environment that we're in. Okay, so let's take a look at what your obstacle is. Yeah, you have contract, planning, and strategy, and you're looking, right, to have celebration. Happy family, happy home, financial security. It's kind of like, once again, you want it all. You don't want just the career. You don't want just the romance. You want everything. So it's kind of like, okay, in order to find that balance, because here we have, the contract. This is the Libra energy of justice, of balancing the scales of work and play, right? Work and relationships, whatever it is that you're wanting more balance in your life. It's kind of like allowing yourself to kind of like take baby steps and just put a little bit on one scale at a time, and then a little bit here, instead of just throwing yourself into something new and then getting the balance out of whack. Because I feel like you have come through a period where maybe you have shed a lot of people or situations in your life. But before you start putting a lot, you're excited because you're in a new chapter. All of these new people and situations are going to start coming onto your path. If they haven't already, they are going to very shortly. But it's not about saying yes to everything. It's saying, okay, here are my scales, and look, her scales right now are empty, right? Yes, they're empty. I wanted to make sure. So the scales are empty. It's kind of like, all right, so if I put, say you have your own business and you want to bring in a new client. So if you accept that client, okay, you're putting that on one scale, then okay, how can I balance that out? Maybe it's, also putting time into a hobby you enjoy, or spending more time with your family, or whatever it is. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to put a little bit in each scale at a time and allow myself to work up to having that balance and having a lot of new things in my life, but only one little step at a time. It's a little bit of understanding that I feel like this is almost like a foretelling of your future, of new people, new situations coming onto your path very quickly. But before you just jump in the boat and say yes to all of it, kind of like having a strategy, keeping in mind, right? The King of Swords always has his focus on where it is that he wants to go. He always has his focus on the balance that he wants it to have in his life. So it's allowing yourself to stay in that balance, to not accept something on one side of the scale without also making time and effort for the other side of the scale. That way, you'll be able to keep this balance. Yes, because here you go. Wow, this is kind of interesting, Cancer. Your advice here is you have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to happen quickly for you, right? This is destiny coming in. This is all of these new opportunities that you maybe for a long time have been waiting to have come into your life. It's kind of interesting because Gemini had a little bit of that, having a lot of new people coming into their life. So if you're feeling like you're wanting new people into your life, I feel like all of a sudden all these doors are opening and a lot of new people are coming into your life. But if you have not had a lot of new people in your life, if you have allowed yourself to step away from a lot of people and you feel kind of that void, sometimes when this onslaught of new people and new opportunities comes in, we get excited and we just say yes to all of it. But then all of a sudden we're out of balance again because we're saying yes to things that maybe really aren't in alignment with what we really and truly want for ourselves. We just get so excited that there's new available to us after a long time of feeling stuck, right? So I feel like this is just kind of your spirit guides and angels saying, hey, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on what it is that you are, where you are wanting to go. Allowing yourself to envision yourself in your future self, right? And what do you look like? Where are you? Who's around you? What are you doing on a daily basis, right? And when these new doors of opportunity come in, allowing yourself to stay in your heart space and say, okay, is that part of my future? Can I see myself with this new person or this new opportunity in the future? Because if you can't, then that is the key to knowing that maybe it's something that you say no thank you to. Or maybe it's something that you test, but you're really willing to say no to. You know, it's kind of like sometimes when we say no to something, it means that there's another door available to us. And sometimes, you know, when we've been through a dry spell where there hasn't been a lot of new opportunities or situations coming onto our path, we get really frantic. And when new things come, we suddenly say yes to everything. But making sure that you're saying yes to the things that are really in alignment with what your heart truly desires, because you have let go of so many things. You have closed the doors on so many other things and people in your life. But look, that door is open. It's opening wide. Your new chapter is here, and it's allowing yourself to cross the threshold, but to not take anything with you or to accept anything as you're crossing the threshold that really isn't in alignment with what it is that your heart truly desires. Wow, really, you know, Cancer, this could be the energy of really creating a vision board, really using, you know, 3 to 5 minutes a day to really get into your heart space and envision yourself in your future. Right? The future where you are wanting to go, allowing yourself to experiment with that. So that it's kind of almost like becomes part of who you are right now. It'll help you to manifest faster, but it'll also help you to make some of these decisions about new people and situations that are coming onto your path. You'll be able to discern a little bit more quickly about whether that is something that you want in your life or not. All right, Cancer, let's pull your soul truth card. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I even have a special May reading up, so you may be interested in that, and I'd be so honored to do a reading for you. All right, what risk can I take today? So this energy of taking a risk is really coming in, but the risk I feel here is not just saying yes to anything, right? The risk here is allowing yourself to step out of your safety zone, but only allowing also things that come in that are in alignment with this new chapter that you want for yourself. All right, be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams, but you will have to take the big scary leap. But do not fret, because your soul has wings, and there you are. You have your butterfly wings, right? It is about allowing yourself to get out of your safety zone, but also, I don't want to say protecting so much. It's not necessarily protecting, but it is about being very truthful. And the Page of Swords is truthful, right? Very truthful with yourself and perhaps with others when new people and new situations come onto your path. And knowing that you are going through a huge, manifestation period here. So if you say no to the first thing that comes onto your path, there are other doors that are opening for you, right? You have a lot of adjacent possibilities coming in. So you don't just have to say yes to the first thing that crosses your path. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. I really and truly love you, and I appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.